Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Hey, listen, this I haven't done one of these in a while. It's Sunday dinner that I cooked for the wife. As empty nesters. Her daughters, our daughters, took her out, did some good things for her for Mother's Day. So I said, let me make a good meal. So here you have it. But first, I'm gonna go through what I did. But like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. And we'll just go through it real quickly. I mean, there's no moving video. I just have some stills as I went through the process, and I'm gonna go through that with you guys, and then we'll go from there. All right. So here's where we start off. You know. Anyway, so this is the ingredients that I used. Okay, I used sour cream. I had a different sour cream that I used that was onions and chives. So, but everything else is the same. You see the SPG here with the onions and all that kind of stuff. So let me step through it for you. Okay, cut up the zucchini and the squash, the onions and stuff like that, and the garlic. Now, all of this becomes the bed of what I'm gonna put the lamb on before I put it and bake it. So this was all, I have a whole bunch of mushrooms I put under there too. So under there is some mushrooms in the bottom and all that kind of stuff. I didn't show that. So after you wash all that kind of stuff, you throw the vegetables in this pan. You throw it on top of a bed of mushroom, and I lathered it all down with some olive oil. Didn't have to use a lot of that. And then I put the SPG, the salt, pepper, and garlic on the same that I use on the lamb. I put it on this bed of vegetables. So and it's going to have a flavor of its own, and then the liquids come out of the vegetables and the juices from the lamb. They all mix in there and make an excellent gravy. So here's the lamb. I always use gloves, by the way. So I season it with salt, SPG. Then you sear the flavors as best you can. You sear them like three minutes on each side or something like that. The lamb's not cooked, but it's the flavors are seared in. Just makes it just right for bacon. Put it on a bed of vegetables. Wrap it up and put it in the oven for an hour and a half at 350. And the thing about this is that the squash and the zucchini is still, has its own body to it. So it doesn't really, get so soft that it's not, mushy. So everything in here, was still crisp. Okay. Then I made this dipping sauce for the lamb, which is mint based. I don't know who came up with that lamb goes with mint, but I've heard that somewhere. So you don't have to spread it over your whole lamb, right? You could have lamb by itself, but if you want to dip it in, get a different extra flavor, you could dip it in this sauce, and it really kind of explodes out, right? And I have a little heat to it too. It was pretty good, if I must say so myself. So this is how I laid it out on the table. Now the rice has, the brick of boysenn cheese. I put it in the rice. So the rice was not only cooked, it was creamy. I always season my water also with parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. I put that in there, had a stick of butter in there. So the rice was real rich. It's good. All right, so here's the final product. Now, and this was more than enough for one meal, okay? And so this thing cost me a little less than $100 to make. It was 4 pounds of lamb, by the way, this shoulder cut. And this is multiple dinners, right? Because I had some again yesterday. So me and the wife, my daughter took a plate home, and we still have some left, right? So, that $100 would have, based on as many meals that we made out of this thing, would have been well over 300 if we were out. You know what I'm saying? So this is so that's the end of that. Okay. And let me go back to this and just say, listen, one of the things I want to tell you guys before we go, as men out there, they tell us that the keys to our heart is to our stomach. Let me also tell you that shit works pretty well on the women too. By the way, I've been cooking. Don't tell my wife, but before I met her, I used to put down meals for honeys when I was in college, and after I got work, and I can tell you the results was pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem cooking for the honeys. I mean, when you get married and you have a family, you could expect your wife to be the primary cook if you're out there hustling for a living. But every so often, I like to make my own way around the kitchen. And so if you're looking for a penny from the honey, every so often throw down a meal for her. She's gonna more than appreciate it, especially if you can get down. You know, you know. So I selfishly do it once in a while. Anyway, so we're gonna end this one with the rest of this music a little louder, and I'll just shut my mouth. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Looking up romantic now.